ladies and gentlemen, Gary Moore.
Hello, Bill Wendell. Hi, everybody. Good to see you again. Welcome to Tell the Truth. You know, most visitors to our city of New York most admire our skyline. I guess we have more skyscrapers per square mile here than any other place in the world, but very few of us, including those of us who live here, think about the fellows who had to go up on those empty frames, those little skinny bars, and build those things hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air. It's indeed a high-risk profession, particularly if you get carried away and you stand back to admire your work. It's can be awfully dangerous. They're called iron workers, and we have one with us, so he'll tell us about that kind of life as soon as we meet members of another dangerous profession. Our panel here on To Tell the Truth.
Bill Cullen. Peggy Cass. Henry Morgan. And Kitty Carlisle.
Oh, righty. Now, friends, settle in to meet a guy. I don't think I've ever talked to anybody in his profession before. Do any of you, by the way, suffer from acrophobia?
No.
Nobody, huh?
No.
Acrophobia, of course, is the fear of meeting Esther Williams in a phone booth, friends. Wonder what it is. No, it's the fear of heights, is what it is.
Fear of large places.
No, that's agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia, yeah. Acrophobia is high, yeah.
Yeah, I suffer
Well,
from
our
that.
first guest certainly cannot be afraid of heights. Let's meet him right now.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Mike Cherry.
Number two.
My name is Mike Cherry.
Number three.
My name is Mike Cherry.
And here is the tall tale of Mike Cherry. He says, I, Mike Cherry, am an iron worker. I'm one of the men you see clambering up the columns and walking along the steel beams that form the skeleton of most New York buildings. In my book titled On High Steel, I tell what it's like to belong to one of the highest insurance risk categories in the country. Here's another way of telling it what it's like. Look at this. Any wonder why, at first, the job terrified me? Here's another shot. Just try that for kicks. Now, although an iron worker's most obvious, relentless, and malevolent enemy is the weather, you can never forget the problem of height. Listen to this. Within 10 years of entering the trade, 1 out of every 15 iron workers is killed. As for myself, well, I guess I've just been lucky. Signed, Mike Cherry. Boy, that kind of guts I ain't got. Back with more of this story of an iron worker's life after we pay our rent.
You asked for it, and we got it.
Show us your garter belt.
A full throttle 3-hour block of Match Game, Match Game, Match Game. Weekdays at 5 on BUZZR. Let's play.
I love my brand new bikes.
Having a set of custom wheels gives kids like me
And me, the ability to do things we could only dream of before. Through your support of Wheels for Love, Schreiner Children is supplying custom-built adaptive bikes and wheelchairs for kids who dream of their first set of wheels.
For us, the bike is one of the most incredible experiences. The very first moment she had success.
You're doing a great job.
Jaden received his bike from Shriners. I almost started crying because I never thought my son would be able to ride a bike at all.
When you go online to loveshriners.org or call this special number with your monthly gift, you'll make a difference too. And help kids like us do things we never thought we could do.
When you say yes to giving just $19 a month, only 63 cents a day, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a reminder of all the kids you're helping every day. Call or go online right now to give. You'll be making sure our amazing doctors and nurses can keep helping kids who need them now and in the days to come.
Because of you, I get the most amazing cheer anywhere. I can play basketball.
I can play soccer because of your support.
Thank you. Your support has changed our lives. Do a monthly gift right now at loveshriners.org. Makes moments like this possible for kids like me.
And me.
Thank you for giving.
Help a kid get their first set of wheels.
Let's roll. Join the movement. Please call or go online now. If operators are busy, call again. Or go to loveshriners.org to give right away. Thank you.
Now then, ensconced comfortably across the way in nice safe seats, we have three gentlemen all saying that they are Mike Cherry, who works high in the air helping to build skyscrapers as an iron worker. And Kitty Carlisle, would you like to have first whack
Oh, yeah,
at this?
I'm terrified of that. I got mixed up. I'm frightened to death of heights. Number 3, legend has it that most of the iron workers in New York are Mohawk Indians. Are you a Mohawk?
No, I'm not a Mohawk. I think only about 5-8% or something like that are Mohawk Indians.
I see. Number 2, what has the weather got to do with what you do?
Well, we don't get paid if the weather's particularly bad.
Oh, well, number 1, if there's a high wind, is it more dangerous?
Usually. We've stayed out of work on occasions where the wind's supposed to be too high for us to go up there.
And number 3, when I saw you on that steel column, were you attached to it with straps and so forth?
No, I was attached to it with my feet.
Is that all?
That's all.
Number 2, what have you got on your feet that attaches you to the column?
No, nothing really. We just wear work shoes.
And number 1, did you know that you had this gift? Were you never frightened of heights as a child?
I never really thought about it. I needed a job when I got out of high school, and that's how I ended up.
And number 3, does it...
All right, let's go down to Bill Cullen, please.
Number 3, on the subject of the weather that is your greatest enemy, how is it decided, or who decides whether or not on any given day you are going to go up there and work?
Foreman on the job, the chief foreman on the job.
And he works for the building, for the construction people, or is he a member of your union?
He works for the company.
Number 1, what union, incidentally, do you belong to in order to do that work?
It's the International Association of Structural and Bridge Workers, and I'm part of Local 40 here.
Number 2, there's one part of your job where they have a thrower and a catcher working where these beams are being put into place. Do you know what those fellows are throwing and what they're catching?
Rivets, I believe.
Number 3, are rivets still used as much as they were, or has welding some sort of moved along and taken the place of some riveting?
I don't believe there's too many rivets at all used anymore. Mostly it's either bolted or welded.
Number 1, in other words, these... forget that. You mentioned 1 in 15 were killed in your job. Is that death from falling, or are there other things involved there?
I'd say only about 25% is from falling. The others are just accidents that occurred during the job.
In other words...
All right, let's go to Peggy Cass, please.
Thank you. Number 1, you mean like getting hit by a rivet?
You can get hit by a number of things. There's a number of things going on. It's very dangerous out there. Falling is usually the least dangerous.
Number 3, what building are you working on now?
I'm not working right now.
Well, I don't mean this minute. I mean, you're out of work now, or are you being laid off, or what?
Well, I'm pushing my book.
Oh, you're pushing your book. Oh, okay. Listen, number 2, do they let you go up when it's icy up there?
Well, not ordinarily, no.
Now, number 3, is the pay commensurate with the risk that you take?
Well, not on an overall. If you figure it on an annual basis, I'd say the average iron worker probably knocks down about 12 or 13 grand a year.
Well, now, number 3 is a tough union to get in, isn't it? Union.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Local 40 in New York is very rough to get into. I kind of slid into it through the back door. I started working up in Newburgh for my brother-in-law and got into the union up there, and then came down to New York and worked on a permit.
Thank you. Number 2, was your father an iron worker?
No.
Well, number 1, is it a father-son union pretty much here in the city?
No, not necessarily.
Now, number 3, they start you out on the first floor and work you up, so you won't be nervous?
No, I started out my first job on the 23rd floor, and I had a friend that went to work one day making up bolts, and the next day he was on the 62nd floor.
That's the kind of raise you don't want to get. Let's go to Henry Morgan, please.
Number 3, or pusher. If you're interested in the business, you may know that there's now being finished off, or soon to be finished off, the tallest self-supporting man-made structure in the world. Would you know what that is?
That's a building in Chicago. I think it's Sears Roebuck. I know it's the building in Chicago that's going to be taller than the World Trade Center.
Well, what I had in mind really was in Toronto.
On the tower.
Yeah. Have you heard of it? It's a tower. It'd be 1,800.
Now that you mentioned it, I've heard of it, but I didn't know it was going to be taller than the one in Chicago.
Yeah, it'd be something like 1,800 feet, whatever. Number one, do you ever have any regrets at having gone into this business?
Not really. It's the only thing I've ever known, as I say, since I came out of high school, and I enjoy it.
A lot of questions were asked about danger, and we didn't get too far with that. I think I understood you say about 25% of the accidents are from falling. Have you ever had an accident?
Just minor. I broke my collarbone once slipping on a beam, but other than that, because I don't think you think about falling when I'm up there, I usually try not to.
I would try not to. We have just had a bell. And that little bell tells us, friends, it is time to risk your ballots. And risk your ballot on a number 1, or a number 2, or a number 3.
Growing up, I had a serious issue with my relationship with food. So I joined Weight Watchers, never looked back. I've lost 70 pounds, and I learned to embrace every version of myself along the way.
I've shaved every day for 20 years.
A couple times a week.
Just for special occasions. Shaving gets me ready for my day. I feel more confident clean shaven. But I'm tired of overpaying for a close shave.
With Harry's, I don't have to. Harry's offers 5-blade closeness and comfort. And it's got all the features that I love.
And refills cost as low as $2 each. Only half of what I paid before. It's a premium shaving experience without the premium price tag.
Go to harrys.com/TV to claim your $5 trial.
Hey folks, Chris Coonahan here with Leaf Filter, America's largest gutter and gutter protection company. Leaf Filter has over 150 locations and has been installed on over 1 million homes. We've been protecting homes now for over 20 years. Our patented technology offers total protection for your home and comes with a lifetime transferable warranty. The process is simple. Give us a call to schedule your free gutter inspection. If you decide to move forward with the project, you put nothing down at all. 833 Leaf Filter or visit leaffilter.com today.
To improve your digital security, just turn on NordVPN. Guard yourself from data snoopers, encrypt your online traffic, and block malicious sites. Get the deal now.
Wrong vote, we pay $500 if nobody gets the right fella. And Kitty starts, please.
Oh, it's very difficult. Very difficult. They're all good. I voted for number 3. I think he has the kind of facility that comes with having been interviewed recently because, as he says, he's pushing his book.
All right, so you got a 3 showing, and down to Bill Cullen.
And number 3 sort of seemed like, he talked like it was number 3, but I don't know, number 2, it's sort of 1,235 feet.
What?
That's how high the Empire State Building used to be.
Used to be, did it shrink?
I thought of that.
We got a 2, and we got a 3, and we got a Peggy.
Well, now, number 3, I really thought you were good, but you know something? You never worked in Newburgh, New York. You're a New York kid here, I think. And number 1, you look scholarly, but I think it's number 2 because he said, I believe it's this. And they're the guys that don't want to convince you because they want the money, so I voted for you, 2.
Pair of 2s in the middle.
No, because nobody working in that business says, I think that the tosser is tossing a rivet. Ain't got nothing else much to toss. Once in a while a tool, but it's always, it's a hot rivet and you catch it in a little bucket. I wanted to ask him what they call that guy, but never. So, not being the smartest guy in the world, I voted for number 1.
It's all across the board now. And so everybody has had his or her say the votes are in. Will the real Mike Cherry please stand up? Hey there, Mike in the middle.
It's a rivet.
Good casting all the way around. Let's find out about our friends. Number 1, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Stephen Birch. I'm a textile salesman for Lyman and Rock Hill Printing and Finishing Company.
You're very convincing. Number 3, tell us about yourself.
I'm Staff Sergeant George Riley. I'm a military policeman in the United States Marine Corps, and I'm presently on recruiting duty here in New York City for our 199th birthday.
Happy birthday, Sergeant. And good luck with your book, Mike. Thank you very much, and thank you, gentlemen all. Now, panel, we have propped up on an easel here somewhere a picture of a miserable insect pest. I want you to take a look and tell me what kind of insect you think it is.
It's a termite.
Insect.
Termite?
It's a hairy thing.
It's a what?
Hairy beetle.
Hairy beetle. No, it's a flea.
Oh.
A very fat flea. The bane of dogs, cats, and hundreds of other animals. Now, how do you get rid of fleas? Well, you just attach one of these collars around the neck of your pet, and the fleas flee.
That's around the
Very good.
Now, the inventor of this itch preventative is a distinguished doctor of veterinary medicine, and he is our next guest, and we'll meet him after we get up some scratch from our clients.
This is not a radish. Looks very much like my car. You can tell with the little lipstick.
Alex Trebek explains it all for you on Classic Concentration. Weekdays starting at 1.
Oh, yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do. I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
When surprise breakdowns happen, American Home Shield will be there to fix or replace parts of the systems and appliances you rely on every day. They help protect your time and money by connecting you with qualified pros and helping pay for covered repairs or replacements. AHS offers flexible and affordable plans for every home. Sign up today and get $100 off with code AHS100. Visit AHS.com or call 833-PLAN-AHS.
Odor below the belt? Nobody likes that. It's time you discovered Lumi Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi was developed by an OBGYN who you know knows our body chemistry. It works like magic. You gotta go to their website and try it for yourself.
Here's to the happy, bounding flea who can't tell a he from a she, because both look alike, as you can see. But he can tell, and so can she. Let us meet our next guest right now.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Grover Cloyd.
Number 2.
My name is Grover Cloyd.
Number 3.
My name is Grover Cloyd.
And here's how Dr. Cloyd gets rid of fleas. He says, I, Grover Cloyd, am the developer of the flea collar. This pesticide neckpiece for dog and cat is the single most efficient method of keeping the household flea population under control. Fleas are more than just an itchy nuisance. As a veterinarian, I have seen pets badly mutilate themselves in an effort to combat the tiny parasite. Fleas also carry diseases which are harmful to humans. Tapeworm, typhus, and even bubonic plague are some of the ailments for which the flea can be held responsible. One interesting word of advice to pet owners: if you board your dog or cat while on vacation, pick up your pet before you return home. If you don't, hungry fleas waiting around the empty house are so desperate for sustenance that they jump on the nearest living thing. And that nearest living thing is you. Signed, Dr. Grover Cloyd. And we'll start the questioning with a girl who has a few pets of her own, Peggy Cass.
And they are flealess.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope. Number 3, name me 2 companies that make the flea collar.
Well, Sergeants, but I'd rather not name any others.
Oh, you must have sold yours to Sergeants, right? Number 2, what makes you think there are fleas in somebody's empty house? Fleas aren't in people's houses usually, are they?
Well, they don't necessarily need heat. They can just lie about. They don't need food. They can, if they have one meal of which is blood, they can live for a long, long time without.
Just like Dracula, right? Number 1, does your flea collar protect against ticks?
Yes.
But as well, does it protect against ticks as much as it protects against fleas?
No.
Number 3, how long is your flea collar efficacious?
Oh. About 4 months.
Thank you. And number 2, where are you in practice? Where do you practice?
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey, but you didn't start out there, right?
No, I didn't start out there.
Let's see. Now, number 1, what's PD?
I don't know.
Police department?
No, number...
Police dog? Who knows?
Number 2, when this collar is on the dog, does it kill the fleas?
It kills them slowly.
Now, what are they supposed to do? Walk up to it until they drop?
No, it's a toxic gas which comes off the collar and goes down through the hair. And the fleas normally go to the tender part of the skin, which is around the mouth and the eye, and the moisture part. So they go up towards the neck of the animal.
I see. Number 3, please. Would you tell me why you say that there are, or do you agree, that there are fleas around the house? Now, you'd say that just as a house that had a dog, right?
Well, it could have been a dog that was there a couple of months ago. A flea can live up to about 60 days.
Sound a little confused. I had a dog, and he had your collar.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's good.
Okay. No, I'm making this up. You know, and I put the dog out to board. Now, there are no fleas in my house, right?
Oh, I think there probably would be. After all, they have to come and...
Oh, all right, we got a buzzer there in the middle of that, and we go to Kitty.
Number 1, you say a flea. Well, number 3 said a flea can live for 60 days on the last meal, which was blood.
Right.
Now, number 2, supposing I never had any pets in my house, do I still have fleas when I come home?
You could have, not necessarily, but you could have.
And would they bite me?
Not necessarily.
Number 3, what makes your collar, if I may hold it up, what makes your collar, it kills the fleas, you say, right?
Right.
Well, if it kills the fleas, how come there are still fleas left in the house?
Because they don't come in contact with the gases that are released from the collar.
I see. Number 2, how much does your collar cost?
Retail $2.35.
It's worth it. Number 1, how old is the flea?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. We got ourselves a buzzer, and we're going down Bill Cullen.
All the talk about fleas in the house with their dogs, that's a problem we certainly never had around our place.
I can see, yes.
No, that sort of gave us all a start, actually, the thought of that. Are there fleas? Might there be fleas, for instance, number 2 in this very studio here?
Of course.
I begin to see people starting to scratch up there, actually. Number 3, what kind of an arrangement do you make? I mean, do you get so... I hate to reduce this to money, but I'm sort of tired of talking about fleas. Do you get so much a collar that is sold? Is that your idea, or did you sell your patent outright?
Oh, the collar is sold by companies like Sargent's, and I work for the company.
I've seen the advertisements many times, and if they work as they say they work, number 1, it's really a remarkable idea. Will this collar really rid a pet from pests, or vice versa?
The collar will rid the animal of fleas when the fleas are on the pet.
Number 2, if a dog is washed...
Oh, boy, all right. We got some good questions, we got some cautious answers, and we got a vote. We're going to vote for number 1, or we're going to vote for number 2, or we're going to vote for number 3. And Peggy has the privilege of starting.
Well, I know it's not number 1. Because if it were a vet, if he were the real vet, he'd know that PD is puppy diet. It's a dog food that they give to puppies. And that's puppy diet. So, and I didn't pursue it. I think it's number 2. It seems to me England is loaded with vets, and they're probably exporting them now.
Very well, so we've got a 2 showing. I never heard of puppy diet. But we're going to Henry.
I never heard that England was loaded with vets.
They're writing books every day.
Okay, it's possible. The great white light of my mind came out this way. We didn't ask number 1 enough, right? And with few things he answered, he's so much a doctor, I don't believe him a bit. And number 3 could be a very outgoing kind of, doctor, so I didn't believe him. And that left number 2. Yeah.
Sitting right there in the middle are the pair of 2s. And Kitty?
Well, as long as number 3 said there were fleas in the studio, I'm wearing the collar from here on in. And I voted for number 3.
Voted for number 3. There you go. And Bill Cullen, come on.
After all that questioning, I don't know anything about it. I looked up there at those 3 men, and I say, which one of those 3 men could be named Grover Cloyd?
which one could be named Grover Clyde.
People are never named
And
Grover.
looking at them, I said none of them. So that left me with number 3, for whom I voted.
All right, you've got a 2, and you got a 3, and the votes are in. And will the real Dr. Grover Clyde please, sir, stand up? Dr. Grover Clyde! Good shot. $500 to you, gentlemen. Let's find out who our highly successful imposters are. Number 2, what's your real name? What do you do?
My name is Robert McAleenan. I'm a freelance antique restorer.
Ah, there now. And number 3?
My name is Wesley Camp. I'm a professor of history at Adelphi University.
Well, now. Highly successful, gentlemen. Thank you, Doctor, very much, and thank you, imposters. Congratulations, $500 worth.
This is the one who helps everyone stay safe. An unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes is just how he likes it. The industrial-grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is your shower trying to tell you something? It's time to love your shower again with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel. You can get a beautiful new bath or shower installed in one day. That's right, one day, and at a price you can afford. In fact, there's never been a more affordable time to call than now. With this Love Your Shower sale, we're waiving all installation costs and postponing all payments for up to 1 year, giving you the quality you deserve from a brand you trust at a price that won't break the bank. And when it comes to quality, Jacuzzi has been the most trusted name in water for more than 65 years.
I loved working with the Jacuzzi design consultants. They come with a variety of designs to choose from, and there really is an option for everyone.
Oh my gosh, look at the bathtub.
Wow.
This is amazing. I think we have a happy customer right here.
So, listen to what your bathroom is telling you and take it from this to this in one day with no stress and no mess. Or maybe it's trying to tell you something else. If safety's the issue, take back your peace of mind. Now is the time to convert your old bathtub into a beautiful, easy entry shower with features like grab bars and a custom seat that combines safety and style. So you'll love taking a shower again. And every transformation features state-of-the-art materials that resist mold and mildew. No grimy grout to scrub. It just rinses clean, so you can spend less time cleaning and more time relaxing, because the only sound your bath should make is this.
Call or go online for a limited time offer. Only weeks left to get waived installation and no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-498-2231. That's 800-498-2231. Call now.
At over $4 a blade, shaving every day gets expensive. Harry's 5-blade razor offers me a close, comfortable shave. Best part, refills are as low as $2 each, half of what I paid before.
Go to harrys.com/shave to claim your $7 trial.
Well, that's it, friends. We got to hurry off. Be happy. We're all in this together. Take care.
This is Bill Wendell speaking for To Tell the Truth, a Mark Goodson, Bill Topman production.